But how far can this Baba smell? I don't know. The children, the nieces, they asked me when they came. They asked me when they got scared, when they all ran, they hid by the side of the wall. And they asked me, can he smell us from here? I told them yes. Because I could see his shadow move. I could see it move from the window where I had looked to the side window, looking directly upon us as we huddled in the corner. It could see us, smell us. It knew we were there. But it just stayed. Just keeping us afraid, fearful of whatever it was. Maybe the creature knows more about our psychology than we think. It knows our greatest enemy is the unknown, the fear of the unknown. If I was to know it, if I was to see it, touch it, feel it, speak with it, communicate with it, I would know whether it meant me any harm or not. But this way, by staying out in the dark, it allows my mind to wander, to think the worst, to be scared of this Baba, this creature in the shed. So much so that I don't even know whether I can go to sleep as the sun goes down. And when the sun goes down, what will become of me? Will I wake up the next morning? Will I wake up the next morning with that creature's shadow over my face, thinking it's just the darkness where the sun hasn't risen, and when I get up, I'm confronted by its face, staring straight in front of me, its big nose, its long hair, its large feet, small arms wrapped around my neck? Would it have been better if I'd never seen that creature in my shed? Would I have lived a life of ignorance, of bliss? Maybe it would have moved on to someone else, waiting for them to fear it. Maybe it lives and breathes on this fear. Maybe that's all it wants. For it has never harmed me as long as it's been in there. I've become complacent. I can't remember how long it's been. But I no longer feared it until today, until the nieces came, and I was reminded of its features, of its dark, ripply skin. I was reawoken to the fear that it creates by just glancing upon it. Now I can't get that image out of my mind. I start to wonder whether with the children, with their fear, with them being scared, it reawoken it in me. It made it worse. For I was not alone in my fear. And yet they did not even see it, but maybe they could sense it, being children, free of the constraints of adulthood. And maybe also, knowing that I was alone, the children went back with their parents thinking I just told them a fairy tale, a story, a fable, just to make them scared. Dressing up as a ghost in the Halloween and going boo. And yet I knew it to be true. And when they went safe and happy, able to sleep in their beds. And me, I'm left here as the sun slowly starts to set and darkness will come. And that Baba will have advantage over me. For it does not fear me and I fear it. And being shrouded in the darkness means every single shadow that I see, I will believe it is that Baba coming for me. How long can I stand in front of this window watching the shed, watching it move and sway as the creature gets angry? But it's not caged in. And yet is there more to fear? It's irrationality, its lack of intelligence. For it can move out of that shed at any moment that it's given, any chosen moment, and yet it does not, and it gets angry. Maybe the creature can only go through walls at certain times, through after certain amounts of energy have come, but if it is a creature of low intelligence, then it can get angry, confused. It is me who put the lock on the door that keeps it in there, even though it can escape at any time. And it is me it will want to wreak its revenge upon. His large feet stamping upon my body, crushing my bones and then picking them up with its small, spindly fingers. And inside that huge jaw, that mouth of teeth, sharp and pointed. Oh, how I wish I had a normal shed like anyone else. So many times I've gone in there and it's been empty and I've felt relief, thinking that it is gone. But it is not. And maybe it does this on purpose. Maybe it knows, by giving me a little bit of respite, by giving me a chance to think that I'm safe, that I just imagined it all, that it is gone, that it's gone to prey on someone else and I don't have to worry about it and I can sleep at night. Maybe it does that on purpose, because then when I see it back again, I feel the fear all over, and it grows and grows until it becomes so uncontrollable. I have to keep the lights on in every room. And this time it comes again. How many of these times can I say? Can I accept? Oh, I want to go. And yet is that fair of me to wish this kind of fear, of suffering upon someone else? And yet I don't even know whether they already have to. Whether there are children and adults alike already across the country in every street, wherever there is a shed, worried by the contents that is within it at some point. Sun slowly setting behind the houses. What do I do? I'm consumed by my fear, so much so that I can only see two options left. That the Baba will come for me, or I become so afraid of that thing in the shed that my mind is lost. And of the two, I'm not sure which is the worst. Slowly it becomes darker. Even when I close my eyes, I can still see it. Still see the imprint of that image that I look at so much that it's there all the time. A shed, windows, shadows moving inside. The creature that haunts me.